stage Toastmaster Harsha with her speech, How I Assess the Risks in My Life. Toastmaster Harsha, please come forward.
They say you should look at the glass half full rather than the glass half empty, meaning you should always have an optimistic approach to life rather than having one of a pessimist. Good evening, Master of Ceremonies, members, and dear guests.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
After completing Bachelor's in Banking and Finance, like other freshers, I too entered the job market. In the middle of crisis, when things were really difficult, all I got to hear was, it's really a tough market out there. To get an experience is really difficult. And I heard various stories of how people struggle to retain their jobs. All I knew at that point in time was, I had to get into a financial institution since that is what I was studying and that's my background. 6 months after graduation, I got my first call from a bank. The position they wanted to offer me was of a trainee in finance and HR department, meaning I had to do the work of 2 people, report to 2 seniors, and do all of this in 8 hours of my working day. I blindly accepted the opportunity since it was something that I wanted to do, and it was so difficult to get a job at that time, so I wanted to get in there. My first day at work was really nice. My colleagues were very confident, very charismatic, and very intellectual. I knew I would really be in safe hands and I would get a lot to learn. After 4 to 5 months, I go to my HR and she tells me, you have to leave. Not because your performance is bad, but because the position is getting redundant. Sad, disappointed, I went back to my desk. Just then, one of my colleagues, she came up to me and she asked me, hey, my ex-company, they're looking for an accounts assistant in their logistics department. Are you interested? I thought to myself, should I take it up? Should I not take it up? What should I do? I shouldn't let it go. It's at the end of the day, it's the field I want to be in. It's finance, though a different industry. I went ahead. And I told her, fine, go ahead, I'll take this opportunity. I started working, things were good, things went smoothly. One fine day, my manager called me, he's like, okay, your performance is really good and we want to retain you. Do you want to continue? I thought about it, what should I do, where should I go, should I continue here or should I go back to where I want to go in finance, work for a financial institution? Just then, one of my other family friends, she came up to me and she's like, okay, do you want to work for the radio? I think it's really dynamic. They're looking for young and dynamic people. And you like radio, you like music, why don't you take it up? That was a tough decision to make. Should I move industries? Should I change my field? On the other side, I really enjoyed the radio. I would get to do voiceovers for different commercials, have a really dynamic work environment, be around young people. It would be interesting. I thought about it. I was like, I think I should explore. I went ahead. I continued working at the radio. My tenure at radio was really nice. I got to meet a lot of people. And at the same time, I learned a lot of ways to make more bucks. What else? Continued there for some time. The CEO of the company one day called me in his office and he's like, I really like your work. You know, you're performing really well and I want to keep you. I think you can take this position. Boom. What should I do next? Should I move industries? Should I continue? What should I do? Then came a time I got a call from one of the company that I wanted to work for. The manager called me and told me, I want to take your interview for a position that I have, which is a financial institution. Are you interested? The condition is, it's not a permanent job. This was my tipping point. I didn't know what to do. Should I take it up? Should I not take it up? I left all the opportunities I had, but this is what I wanted. I decided everything else is fine, I need to give this my 100%. I went ahead. I liked the role, I liked the work. Just last week, my manager came up to me and told me, Harsha, great work with the presentation. You really performed very well. Continue with what you're doing, you will get rewarded. The feeling of satisfaction and content just struck me, and I felt incredible. These are the risks that I had to take in my life to at least get back to what I wanted to do. Even though I could have settled for something less, but I wanted to keep aiming high, and the feeling is just incredible. So my dear friends, learn to take risks in life, learn to explore, only then you'll figure out where you actually stand and what you want to do in your life.